Today, we will delve into a profound concept that the philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche strongly advocated: the idea that arguing is for the weak. It may seem like a strong statement, but it's a thought that invites deep reflection. Have you ever stopped to think about why there are people who seem to spend an endless amount of energy on discussions that often lead nowhere? Nietzsche offers us a radically different perspective on this matter, inviting us to look beyond the surface of these interactions. For Nietzsche, the act of arguing is not a display of strength or self-confidence, but rather a reflection of insecurity. Those who feel the constant need to impose themselves on others, to win every verbal dispute, are not acting from a place of true inner strength. Instead, they are seeking validation, attempting to reaffirm themselves in front of others because they lack the deep security that allows them to be at peace with themselves. Truly strong people, according to Nietzsche, do not need these verbal battles. They live according to their own values with a clarity of purpose that makes them unshakable in the face of external provocations. Think for a moment. How many times have you invested time, energy, and emotion into a discussion that, in the end, resolved nothing? How many times have you left that conversation feeling drained without having made any significant change or progress? Nietzsche offers us a clear answer to this kind of dilemma. According to his philosophy, true strength is not found in the ability to argue or debate endlessly, but in the serenity of knowing who you are and what you want. True strength lies in the confidence that your actions speak for you far more than the words you might say. It is essential that we reflect on this. How many times have we wasted time and energy in discussions that, though they seemed urgent at the moment, really didn't contribute anything to our goals or inner peace? Nietzsche invites us to step away from this constant cycle of seeking approval and direct our attention to what truly matters: our personal path and goals. He challenges us to set aside external noise and focus on what gives us meaning, on what is truly valuable to us. Now, I invite you to do a mental exercise. Think of all those times, whether in your work, family, or social environment, when you found yourself caught in an endless argument. What would you have achieved if, instead of continuing with those empty words, you had focused your energy on advancing your personal goals? Nietzsche suggests that true strength is not measured by the number of debates won, but by the ability to maintain a clear and serene mind, focused on the essentials: inner peace and self-confidence. This is the true victory. To put Nietzsche's teachings into practice, it's useful to think of 3 key steps we can follow to transform the energy we usually waste on discussions into a positive force that propels our lives forward. First, learn to listen and reflect before reacting. Many times, our reaction to a provocation is immediate and emotional. However, pausing for a moment, reflecting, and evaluating if the discussion is truly worth it can be a big step toward emotional maturity. Wisdom is found in the pause, not in the immediate response. Second, focus your energy on your personal goals, not on winning debates. Instead of spending your valuable time and energy trying to convince others of your point of view, devote that energy to your projects and objectives. What's the point of winning a discussion if you're not moving forward toward your goals? Third, cultivate confidence in your values and let your actions speak for you. Those who are deeply connected with their own values don't need to make an effort to impose them on others. Their inner security is such that their actions, their daily decisions, speak much louder than any word. Nietzsche is not suggesting that we avoid discussions altogether. Instead, he invites us to understand that true wisdom and power are not found in imposing our ideas on others, but in living according to our principles without the need for external validation. The search for truth, according to Nietzsche, is not about winning a verbal battle, but about cultivating a deep understanding of ourselves and our relationship with the world. When we spend our energy on endless arguments, we often do so from a place of ego. We are seeking others to validate our opinions, to recognize us as correct. Nietzsche encourages us to direct that energy toward something much deeper and more fulfilling. Self-affirmation. This means fully trusting in who you are, what you believe, and what you do, without the need to prove it to others. And here comes the most interesting part. The security that comes from this self-affirmation has a magnetic power. People notice it. You don't need to shout about your accomplishments or constantly prove your worth. Your tranquility and confidence will be so evident that they will speak for themselves. True strength does not lie in winning discussions, but in being so firm in your purpose that nothing or no one can make you doubt your path. Of course, this process is not easy. We live in a world full of critical opinions and provocations. However, the key here is to remember that true strength lies in the ability to choose our battles. Not all discussions deserve our attention. Ask yourself, does this really merit a discussion, or would it be wiser to invest that time and energy in something that truly contributes to your personal growth? Only you can decide how you're going to manage that energy. Let's look at the great visionaries who have made their mark in history. Think of figures like Albert Einstein, Marie Curie, Steve Jobs, and others. These people didn't spend their lives in endless discussions. They didn't exhaust themselves in ongoing debates about what was right or wrong. Instead, they focused on what really mattered to them, their ideas, their purpose, and their vision of the world. They let their achievements speak for them, letting their actions have the power to transform the world without needing to win every discussion along the way. So, when you face a situation where you feel the temptation to enter into an argument, stop for a moment. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself a simple question. Does this bring me closer to or further from my goals? This small pause can have a profound impact on your life. By asking yourself if the discussion is truly aligned with your goals and values, you'll be able to make wiser decisions and avoid falling into traps that only drain your energy. Nietzsche taught us that life is not about winning discussions, but about gaining clarity in our personal mission. The real challenge is staying true to our purpose, even when the noise of the world tries to divert our attention. So, the next time someone tries to provoke you, or when you face a conflict, remember what Nietzsche said. True strength is not in words, but in silence, in action, and in self-confidence. If this idea resonates with you, if you feel that it's time to take the next step in your personal development, then you are ready to make that change. This journey toward a fuller, more focused life filled with purpose begins with you. Don't let empty discussions distract you from what truly matters. The change is in your hands. Do it now and start living with purpose.